Yeah, my dude did not want to lose this game. I'm thinking of the evil werewolf that she always fights. Ace! Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay. And tonight, we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Why? It's Mommy Norn time. You knew we were going to do it. You knew she was coming. Oh yes, this is the mono white Mommy Norn. We had a real one called Birth, which implies a lot of things, but we've got this one now. Double Elesh Norn. Can we get enough Elesh Norn in our life? I don't know. I don't know if there's a theoretical limit to the amount of Elesh Norn we can put in our life. This is an incubation poison deck, as a lot of the Phyrexian decks are going to be in the future, and it is really, really fun. Sorry, Sevis, but this is a really, really fun one. Fully Phyrexianized, a little bit of, yeah, it's pretty much Phyrexianized here. Hitting those tokens out, really good combo play. So before we get down into business here, I need you to do something for me. Tenderly press that like button. Gently press that subscribe button. Don't smash them. Don't cram them. Don't destroy them. Just easily push them. Because if you don't do that, the like and subscribe will brutally maul you with his giant Phyrexian claws. You don't want that. You don't want to get attacked by a werewolf. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all the live streaming goodness. We would love to have you there, live and in person, checking it out, hanging out with us, doing our thing. You can check out our Discord community for all the latest news and information, post your decks, post memes, hang out, and of course this deck and all the other ones that I build are available down below on my AetherHub. So that all being said, if you want to copy that deck, it's right down there in the description. All those links are down there, and so is the like button, just so easily to be pushed. Here we go. What are we talking about? We're talking Crawling Chorus. Why? Great sacrifice fodder, great might fodder. The early play for us is kind of to put out a little bit of mites, kind of think we're going in the direction of maybe poison, and then diverting to really big incubation and birth pods for Elesh Norn, the double Norn combo right there. So that's kind of our idea right there. So Crawling Core is a great sacrifice and a great blocker because we do get that extra Phyrexian Might token when it dies, which is really cool. So great early play. Toxic, and then it births a toxic creature. Skrelv, Deflector Mirror. Just awesome, man. Skrelv is the de facto leader of the Phyrexians now that all the other Praetors are dead or missing. So he's actually completely in charge of New Phyrexia, so that's great. 1 mana, 1/1, Toxic 1, Skrelv Deflector Knight, he can't block. However, he has the Phyrexian mana ability, 2 life or 1 white to choose a color. Another target creature gains Toxic 1, hexproof from that color to the end of turn, and can't be blocked. Unbelievably good defensively to give something hexproof, or offensively to hexproof it across, to unblockable it across the finish line there. Really useful for Skrelv. Fateful Absence. Now, I've been running Fateful Absences, but the more I run it, I am a little bit skeptical. We do need removal. However, Ossification is not a bad idea. Ossification is not a bad idea to put onto there. We could also do some exile if you want to do some of these one-drop exiles, like Lay Down Arms, or if you want to do something like, well, certainly not Tawnos Endurers, because that's an alchemy. This is not an alchemy deck. This is standard. If we want to do something like Soul Partition, we could certainly do that as well. Those are good options. Can't do Soul Transfer because there's no black in this deck, but because I'm kind of... Soul Transfer, Fateful Absence is good, but I'm not 100% on it. So removal options always there. We may even need to add more removal. May need to go to 6 or 8 removal, but that's certainly something that we can go for. Norn's Inquisitor, the absolute drip on this man is ridiculous. If you haven't seen him in my Orzhov Phyrexian deck, he is just a beast. Look at this guy. 1 white and 1/1 Phyrexian Knight, which is awesome. When he enters the battlefield, incubate 2, which means you put a 2/2 artifact onto the battlefield that it has 2 counters on it, and then you pay 2 mana and transform it into a 0/0 because it has 2 1/1 counters on it. Then, of course, whenever your permanent you control transforms into a Phyrexian, it gets an extra 1/1 counter. So basically, turn 3, this will give you a 3/3, and he'll keep Phyrexianizing. As people burst from their pods, he makes them stronger and stronger. Really, really cool stuff here with Phyrexian Knight. Or Norn's Inquisitor. Sunder the Gateway is a great early play to destroy a non-token artifact enchantment, or non-token artifact or enchantment an opponent controls, and you incubate 2. You also can incubate 2, then transform an incubator token that you might want. So you can either crack a pod, make a pod, crack a pod, or crack somebody else's artifact and enchantment and do it that way. Really, really useful stuff right there. Both are very useful, especially as a sorcery and an uncommon. Very nice. Phyrexian Awakening. I like this one. It's not super great. I do like it, though. I like the invasion ships right there. 1 white and 2 Phyrexian Awakening enters the battlefield. Incubate 4. Phyrexians you control have Vigilance. That's probably the most useful part, is just giving all of your incubator pods and every Phyrexian to have Vigilance, which is really good. And then, of course, it will make a 4 incubator pod token right there, which is really, really nice, because that'll come in as a 4/4, or with Norn's Inquisitor 5/5. Tokazia's Welcome. Not convinced on Tokazia's Welcome. This was recommended to me by Trexodactyl. I'm not 100% convinced that it's nice to be able to draw the extra cards, but I'm not 100% sure we need it. However, there's another card, something else that lets you draw cards and make more creatures, and that is Wedding Announcement. That is a possibility. If you don't want to do Tokazia's Welcome, you could do Wedding Announcement. That is an option, because we will be tokening out here. So I actually might like Wedding Announcement more than that delicious toasted Tokazia, but both options are viable. I want to know what you think. Here is the first Elesh Norn. This is the new Elesh Norn. 2 white and 2 legendary creature, Phyrexian Praetor, Vigilance. Whenever a source opponent controls deals damage to you or permanent you control, that source's controller loses 2 life unless they pay 1. This is brutal. I've had guys blow themselves up with this because they swing in with a ton of things and they get me down like 4, but they've spent all their mana and they basically lose life for damaging me multiple times. So anytime would damage me or a permanent you control, that source's controller loses 2 life and plays 1. So absolute business tax on this one with Elesh Norn. Then, of course, she's a 3/5 Vigilance already. Then, of course, 1 white and 2 sacrifice 3 other creatures. Not really a problem. We have Incubation and, of course, Crawling Chorus, which is a nice sacrifice play right there. We flip her to the Argent Etchings. Incubate 5 times, then transform all incubator tokens you control. So she is going to get Incubate 2/5 very quickly. So that means 5/2/2 incubators are going to immediately flip. And again, if you have Norn's Inquisitor, they're actually going to be 3/3s with the Inquisitor. Or you're going to have 5/2/2s. And that is really huge to fill the board up that quickly. Then Argent Etchings number 2 is creatures you control gain +1/+1 and double strike in the end of turn. Wow. Then destroy all other permanents except for artifacts, lands, and Phyrexians exiled at Argent Etchings and return to the battlefield front face up. It turns back into Elesh Norn. It completely nukes the board except for Phyrexians, which we all are almost. And if they're already alive, that +1/+1 to everybody in double strike, that might do them in right there. That is a brutal card right there. Mommy Norn is not playing around. Strict discipline under her. And that's the kind of thing that I like. Mondrak, Glory Dominus. If we're making tokens, guess what? Incubator pods, tokens, all that is very nice. 2 white and 2 4/4 legendary creature, Phyrexian Horror. If one or more tokens will be created under your control, twice as many tokens are created instead. Then, of course, you can pay 2 Phyrexian mana, which is either 2 life or white, and 1. Sacrifice 2 other artifacts and/or creatures. Mondrak Glory Dominus gets Indestructible. Really, really nice stuff there. Here is the older Elesh Norn Mother of Machines, which I didn't use that much because I didn't think she was that great. However, as a 5-drop with 1 white mana, 4/7, pretty beefy there as a 4/7 right there. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of permanents you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Permanents entering the battlefield don't cause permanents of your opponents to trigger. So she really, the more powerful one is she cancels all ETB abilities of your opponent. And anything that, if something a permanent entering the battlefield goes off, it goes off twice. That could be really good for Mondrak. That can be really good for Takazia. But ultimately, I mean, you could get away with having one of her in here. I'm not mad about that. It's not too terrible to have one of the other Elesh Norn in here. Yes, you can actually have both of these out. You can have double Elesh Norn on the battlefield because they are different cards. It doesn't violate the legendary rule. Sunfall. Unbelievably brutal card. This is after Heliod gets Phyrexianized and he brings down his Sun Spear and blows up his own realm because he got Phyrexianized. 2 white and 3, exile all creatures, incubate X, where X is the number of creatures exiled this way. So it basically puts all of the kills, all the creatures, exiles them, and turns them into one gigantic pod. So if there's 9 creatures on the board, you have a incubator token that's a 9/9 ready to pop. And you can do that anytime and then swing in next turn with the ultimate big boy Phyrexian token there. Really cool stuff to wipe the board. Progenitor Exarch, absolute, God, we're talking about this invasion drip. This dude's got a cane on him. Phyrexian Cat Cleric, 1/XX, so he can come in for 1, 3, or 5, or keep going. When Progenitor Exarch enters the battlefield, incubate 3 X times. So for a 3-drop, he will give you 1 incubator token with a 3/3. For 5, he will give you 2 incubators for 3/3. Then he gives you the ability to tap him, and then when he taps, he automatically cracks open that pod and releases the Phyrexian inside. So you don't have to pay that too. So he really does bring out the value. You absolutely want to run 4 of him if you're doing any kind of incubation pod shenanigans. He is the one to put out. And again, between him and Norn Inquisitor, the drip is just out of control. Then we're going to finish off with the White Sun's Twilight. Yes, a giant statue of Norn, because you haven't had enough Norn yet. 2 white and X. You gain X life. Create X 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature tokens with Toxic 1. This creature can't block. If it X or 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. This is the finisher. Between this and Sunfall, you should be able to have complete control of the late game. Between Elesh Norn, Sunfall, and White Sun's Twilight, you should absolutely be ruling the late game. If this deck gets going, it really does have a vulnerability to early game shenanigans. If they're just blasting out everything and swinging on you, it is vulnerable to aggro. I'll freely admit that. But man, if you make it to middle game, if you can just hold your own for a little while, get those things out, sacrifice what you need to, and get to that middle game, you will absolutely hurt people with this. You will hurt them bad. 1 Edge Ganjgo, Seed of the Empire, 20 Plains, 1 Fair Basilica, and 2 Mirax. Do we really need 25? I don't know. Well, we don't have 25. We have 24. 24 should be enough. Why did I think we have 25? That's 24. 20, 1, and 1 and 2. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I thought that was that. So those are your options right there. We have our pet. Hey guys, did you know that's a visual bug? Pretty good joke right there. 22 of them Phyrexians. That's what we're talking about there. We have 5 Praetors in it and decent amount of horrors. So that's always fun to be filled with horror. 22 creatures, 4 instants, 6 sorceries, 3 artifacts, 4 enchantments, 24 lands altogether. We're going to run our Atraxa backs on there for that lovely Norn colored combination right there. Yeah, that's what, it's really fun to run this one. I'm having a great time with it. Some of the new stuff, some of the old stuff, a little bit of Toxic, a little bit of Incubation, and just all Elesh Norn all the time. The Holy Mother, that's what we're going to do. So that's what we're looking at right there. Again, the alternate plays you could do: Ossification, Lay Down Arms, Soul Partition, Wedding Announcement. Those are all your kind of swap out plays in case you want to do something a little different. What do you like? What do you run? Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Get down there in the comments. I want to hear about it. I want to see what you like, what you don't like. Tell me what you think. Tell me what's on your mind. Yeah, I can't run Soul Transfer, unfortunately. This is what we're looking at here, guys, on the sideways. We're going to get into the game here, save and exit. Yeah, let's get into it, boys. Here we go. You too busy eating Lay's all-dressed potato chips and watching the maple leaves? Is that what you're doing? You've been talking in all caps for a while. Alright, well, you missed it. Now tell me you're sorry. That you're sorry. My boss is Canadian, by the way. She's always in Winnipeg. She's always visiting her parents in Winnipeg. That's what I hear a lot. Yeah. I'll deal with it when I come back from Winnipeg. Nice Stargate. Ooh, very nice. Swingo. I like how the Phyrexians designed their, they're just like, hey, what's the grossest way we can attack the multiverse? They're like, well, how about, okay, hear me out. We're gonna have weird segmented tentacles come and squeeze everything, and then after we do that, what we'll do after that is more monsters, dripping monsters, will come out of pods. I feel like that's going to be the most effective way to attack the multiverse. Is tentacles, then dripping people out of green pods. I feel like that's the most effective. Ships, standard ground troops, no. It's got to be writhing tentacles and pod-borne people. Dripping pod-borne people. That's going to be our best bet right there. That's strategy. It's in the lore. Domine. Dante Valentine, I wouldn't know what is that word? Hentai? I don't know what that is. I'm not familiar with that at all. No, I don't want to. Hentai? No, it sounds like something dirty. Glory Dominus. Counterspell. Oh, no, okay. No attacks. Jin Jitaxis. That's a silly guy right there. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and flip one of those. Let's go ahead and flip one of those. No attacks. Brotherhood's End, very nice. Seven or more in his graveyard. There's for discovery. Couple more. Let's see. 1, 2. Lightning strike. Last one. He's gonna bolt it. You know what it is. Everything I do big. You know what it is. Yellow. Would you do an Is It deck or on Urboresc and Jin-Gitaxias working together? I actually had that idea, and my distaste for Jin-Gitaxias probably will be countered out by my love of Urboresc. That's been an idea I've had for a little while, so it's possible, yes. I could possibly do that. That might be something you'll see coming up. Oil. Urboresc. Kerber or Urboresc. Goddamn refer to Urboresc. For sure. Ooh, a little bit of flood action for you there, boys. A little bit of flood action for you there. You know? A little bit of flooding. A little bit of localized flooding. Let's see, what do we got here? 15 cards in, I've drawn 8 mana. So that should pretty much tell you how this is going. Yeah. Ooh, Mommy Norn. Let's see here. He's probably just gonna counterspell at it. Yeah. Resolve. Probably a lightning bolt and then an Urboresc to Kerber. Or Sturber to Urboresc. Or Burr. Or Burr. Or Kerber. But how smooth is my hand? Like a skinless chicken breast. 50% mana right here, ladies and gentlemen. 50%. I cannot beat an Is It draw deck out of 50% mana. Sorry. Can't be done. Probably a counterspell. Oh my goodness, it didn't. Oh, he's going to do Incubate 4 twice. Let's do Known. Let's do Mind Splice Apparatus. No attacks. End turn. Mind Splice even more. I did an Is It Urboresc Arclight Phoenix and it turned out fun. No Genjo. He's gonna say good game, and he said Mando McFly. I got all kind of tricks, but I'm out of them. Or Kerber to Urboresc. All right, there we go. Kerber Urboresc. Gerber. Urboresc. Yeah, Mommy Norn. Quinn. I really want to make that Jitaxis Jin. This is a terrible opening hand. I really want to make that Jetaxis Gin fucking commercial. Here at Jetaxis Gin, we use only the finest Phyrexian botanicals to make the smoothest gin in all of New Phyrexia. He's trying to pivot after the failed invasion. I left all that completing people behind me. Now I only focus on making the smoothest drinking experience. The freshest, I mean, least polluted spring water and all of the spheres. Ooh, very nice. That's gonna make another might right there. There you go. Pop, pop. Let's do Schlugi, Blugi, and of course Klugi. Schlugi, Blugi. Herbarisk may be alive somewhere. We don't know. He got cut into pieces, which isn't boding well for him, but, you know. We'll see, I guess. I couldn't tell you, really. He may be alive somewhere. I think they may have killed Jin-Jitaxis. Elesh Norn is literally erased from existence. Who else? Vorinclex is dead by some random person, which is good. Who else is gone? A lot of people are gone. Damn, Lune, you're really into Norn. I didn't know you were such a Nornite. A Norn head, as we call them. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Do to that one. Cast any card. In the story, hey, what's up, C for Bredo? I didn't know if whatchamacall was still alive or not. Elesh Norn is still kicking. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good to know. He's gonna draw a burn spell right here. He's gonna swing in. Pop, pop, pop. Oof. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do this. And let's go pop, 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 pop. Down to 1 life. Look at that, guys. No. Elesh Norn is dead. Elesh Norn is fucking gone. She's dead. Vorinclex is dead. Sheldred, I guess, is apparently lurking around. I didn't know that. Yeah, Norn, Jin, and Vorinclex are dead. Yeah. Herbarisk they cut Herbarisk into a bunch of little pieces, and it's unclear as to what happened to him after that, I believe. So, I mean, he could be somewhere. They could have him. He's, oddly enough, like, not evil. He's bad, but he's not, like, he's got, like, other weird ideas and plans and such. Like, he's not, like, he did not want to take over the multiverse. He has the Great Works, which is some other plan that he's got working on. It's unclear. Yeah, like, he's got the Great Works, and he's just doing his own thing. Like, he doesn't really... I think he was against the invasion from the start, if I remember. He did not want it to go through. Hey, we'll see you, Dante. Planeswalkers are not inherently evil. Some of them are, but a planeswalker is just the type of person. Oh, exiled it. Okay. Very nice. I don't really give a shit. You do 1 damage. Good for you, man. Let's do Norn. What planeswalkers are evil? A lot of the evil planeswalkers are dead. Tybalt was evil. Luca was kind of an asshole. Who else? It's hard to say. Antagonistic planeswalkers. Ashiok is evil, but in her own way. She's not evil in like... She's not evil. I have a feeling that is going to be a Edge-Ganj-Go. Yeah, Lauren is doing her thing, man. I'm trying to think of another out-and-out evil planeswalker. Like, just a bad dude. Tybalt is dead. He was a bad guy. Liliana's a black planeswalker. I mean, she was a bad guy for a while. Her name is literally an anagram of a villainous. But she is not... She's not inherent. She's not really bad anymore. She's actually pretty good. She's anti-heroic. Trying to think of who else. I can't think of very many. They're generally cast as... Nahiri's kind of... Ajani turned bad guy, but he's like the nicest dude in the world. Like, in lore, he's like literally like the nicest, kindest person in the universe. So, hard to say. I really don't think he's a bad guy. Nicol Bolas was a planeswalker who was evil. Ooh, Lauren getting the money in. Getting the money in, Lauren. Boogeyman. Bro, yeah, he got justice. He got fucking banished to the Shadow Realm. That was the justice for Bolas right there, man. Bolas is a chump, bro. I'm sorry, man. You can tell him I said it, too. My man got own-zoned by his own gods. He made gods and then fucking got own-zoned by them. Holy shit, man. His own gods and a lady in a Victorian ball gown. SMH, bro. SMH. Nice. Ugin? Ugin is banished with him. That's his brother. Tetsuo? Tetsuo didn't kill him. Liliana and Ugin killed him. Well, banished him to the Shadow Realm. Are you talking about Tarkir when he got banished from Tarkir? He didn't die then. He died. He got banished in. Everyone thinks he's dead, so no one will go look for him. But everyone thinks he's dead. What's he gonna do here? Nope. Permanent would trigger. It doesn't trigger. Yeah, he's literally just sitting there with his brother. Ugin always liked his brother. He feels bad for him that he got corrupted by power and ambition. Arlen Cord, that's a good one. Arlen Cord's a cool guy. Wait, is Arlen Cord a guy? No, Arlen Cord's a girl. What the hell am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of, whatever the fuck that dude's name is. Yeah, my dude did not want to lose this game. I'm thinking of the evil werewolf that she always fights. Ace. Ugin is bad. No, Ugin is banished with his brother because his brother is bad. Ugin is banished with his brother because he has to make sure that Nicol Bolas does not leave again. Nicol Bolas was like the great, before the Phyrexian arc, there was the Nicol Bolas arc where he was doing bad stuff for like, I don't know how many, I don't even know how many sets he was doing, for like 7. Everyone thinks he's dead. He's actually banished to the Shadow Realm. Everyone thinks he's dead. They made a corpse for him and everything. They made a dead body for him and everything, but it's a fake death. What really happened to him is Nicol Bolas and him are Nicol Bolas sealed him. I mean, Ugin sealed Nicol Bolas and himself away in the Shadow Realm to make sure no one would even try to look for him. No, I don't think he can, bro. I think his spark is burned out, so he can't even planeswalk. I'm pretty sure he's royally, like, he really bit it. I think he's really bit it. Grafted Butcher, very nice. Double Butchers. Double Butcher, you're the one. Domine, 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 domine. Oh, Cider Evans said, no thank you, I don't want any more of that. I don't want any more of that, guys. I doubt Ugin will come back. If he does, imagine, if you will, a completed Ugin. What everyone wanted was, they wanted to pull a Loki, and they wanted everyone to be desperate enough to have to deal with, they were like, oh, the Phyrexians, the only way they're going to be able to defeat them is if they go get Ugin and Nicol Bolas out. And I'm like, no, bro. They just put him away like 4 years ago. They're not going to use that. Magic Story, one of the fun things about Magic Story is it absolutely plays the long game. What is Breach the Multiverse? I don't even know what the fuck Breach the Multiverse does. Each mayor mills 10 cards. For each player, choose a creature or planeswalker in that player's graveyard. Put those cards in the battlefield. Each to, oh shit. Oh, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's real bad. Yeah, I would not enjoy that if that happened to me. I would be upset, a little upset. Let's do Norn's Inquisitor. I think that Nicol Bolas would try to manipulate it to his advantage in some way. He would escape and start doing stuff. You also have to realize, people are like, oh, they'll go get him. Like, what are the chances Ugin and Nicol Bolas are like, haha, we're here to help, guys. We're gonna do it, and immediately get shot in the neck with an ultra Phyrexianizing dart, and then where the fuck are we at? You know what I mean? Like, would have been a very dangerous play to have done that, you know. It would have been very dangerous, and I don't think anybody knows. I don't think there's very many people who know that they're actually sealed away and not in Hell World or whatever. They're not in Banish World. Shard. Yeah, Nyx comes back when I say silly shit. That's when she comes back in. Let's see here. Flip. Shard. Yeah, that if they got completed, it would be the end of it. That would turn the tide in the wrong direction. Luna is having a great time right now. She is just loving her jokes. She's literally happily clapping to herself. She's so excited. Oh yeah, if they got a hold of them, yeah, that would be, pretty much rip the multiverse. Yeah. All creatures get -2 until the end of turn. If he were an ice cream flavor, he'd be pralines and dick. Schlungy. My turn. Let's do this. Your husband? Husband. What's that a reference? Paradabo gets all my references. He might know that one. If he were an ice cream flavor, he'd be pralines and dick. That's a deep cut right there. That's a pretty deep one. I'll tell you, it's 90s. I'm going to say early 90s. Favretto, you might be old enough to know it. Doot, 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 doot. Ooh. Wayne's World isn't obscure. Stop it. Cookies, I have bad news for you. Wayne's World came out 30 years ago. I have bad news for you, dude. Wayne's World came out 30 fucking years ago. So, you know, there's that. Yes. Oh, you feel the darkness closing in all around you, don't you? Yes. Yes. The darkness. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. The 90s, the early 90s were 30 years ago, man. They were not 10 years ago as you thought. The 90s were about, in your brain, you think to yourself, the 90s were 10 or 15 years ago. That seems about right. That seems right. It's 2010, 2012 right now. It's not 2023. It's not a million bajillion years into the future. Nope, it is. It sure is. It sure is a million bajillion years into the future. Hey, what's up, Mortlock?
Phyrexia's influence still grows.
Peaches, Peaches, Peaches. Your coworker. Ads. There's a very simple way to get rid of ads, by the way. I don't know if y'all know it. I hear a lot of people saying that the ads are bothering them. And there is a 100% surefire way to get rid of them. I'm not going to tell you how. You got to figure it out yourself. but there is a way. Domine, 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 domine. There we go. What are you gonna do? Draw a card and lose 1 life, proliferate? Very good.
Patience.
That's a good move right there.
We will do.
Yeah, what do you got there? What do you got? Come on, what's in that hand? What's in that pretty little hand of yours? Nothing? More mana for me. That's good. Do that. Even more mana for me. Ooh, that's even better. I broke myself playing football to see if I still feel.
Out of my way. I have a way. You will serve me well.
Embrace the inevitable.
The only thing that's real. So let's do that. Let's transform that one. Let's wait. Let's go in on there. There you go. Pop. End. Oh, Venser Corpse Puppet, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Venser Corpse Puppet. Did it.
Phyrexia's
You fight for me now.
If this is a mana, I'm gonna be real mad. Okay, it's not. Oh, nice. Counterspell. Very nice. Norn's Inquisitor, I'll take one of those. No attacks. Okay. Card and proliferate. He's gonna lose a life right there. See if that was worth it. Poison me. Probably should have done that before the attack. Been a good idea. Okay, we'll put that down. We'll play a Mirex. Draw a card. If that's a mana, I'm gonna be pissed. We'll do that. Activate ability right there. Transform, put a 1/1 counter. Alright, do you think that he has got a... If we get rid of a blocker, will we be able to kill him here? Maybe. Let's do that. He could have another counterspell. Good for him if he does. He does! No, he doesn't. Proliferate. Experimental augury. It's gonna look. Proliferate. Another nail biter, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna draw a card here. My guy really wants to hold on very badly here. Let's see what he's got. Cut down. Very nice. He did find some removal. He can just poison me out with Ultra Vraska. Let's see if he notices that. Really long game here. Holy shit. My dude did not want to lose this game. Absolutely just sweating, just pouring sweat on his key. Nope, he did not realize that he could win with the ultimate. That's too bad. That's too bad. All he did was have to ult me, get to 9, and attack with Toxic 1, and he would have won. Choke from my asthma, very nice. Voidwing Hybrid, very nice. My man completely, he punted here. Oh my god, look at that. Another mana, ladies and gentlemen. Can you even believe that something like that would even happen? Progenitor Exarch. That would be that much. Cancel, so let's do 2. It doesn't matter. Drew fucking more mana in these last couple of turns here. My man absolutely sweating on the keyboard. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh. He did not want to take that L, bro. Absolutely, positively did not want to take that L. He did not want it. 15 minutes we fought each other there, bro. I'd have gotten bored and left. Oh, I'd have gotten bored and just left. I'd be like, all right, this is fucking taking too long. It's not worth it. I could have won 4 other games in the time that in 16 minutes or 15 minutes, I could have won 3 games at this point. No reason to keep going like this. In paper, I enjoy them. In this, I don't. In Arena, I don't. Because I'm actually trying to run rank. I occasionally do if it's a nice back and forth. Oh my god, it's fucking blue. Jeez. Counterspell. Oh my goodness. Oh, Fading Hope. Counterspell. Oh, wow. Oh, guy, who would ever thought this would happen, guys? Oh my lord. He fucked up there. You're not supposed to do that. Let's put down Mirax. Oof. Let's go ahead and hit that Fateful. Yep. Oh, you're not supposed to put him down without protection. Yeah, that was a mistake. Impulse. Domine. 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 Alright, awesome. Norn's Inquisitor. Boof. Schloof. Doof. Slam, slam. Whap, whap, whap. There we go. Tolarian Terror. There he is. Okay. Ward 2. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say Norn's Inquisitor. We're gonna say you can get it. And then we're gonna say, hey, pay the life, that one, blue, swingo, quite possibly even bingo, there you go. Yeah, take some poison. Origins, yo! And America Shaka is gone. That's too bad. That's a cool name. America Shaka 7. That's a fun name right there. Too much mommy for him. Alright guys, we're going to leave it right there for tonight. We got the double Elesh Norn going on here. Mommy Norn, she's doing her thing. We love it. We love her. I want mommy. I want to be held. I want to be comforted. Anyways, we'll tell. Well, for anybody who watched the video to the end, you got that little Easter egg. I've been Jay Villainy. You've been great. The word of the day is mother. Tell your children not to walk my way.